This is British National Party Television coming to you from outside the bus station in Burnley, Lancashire. Now we're joined here today by the chairman of the British National Party, Mr. Adam Walker. Now Mr. Walker, could you tell our viewers why we're here today?
Well, we've come here to talk to some taxi drivers and we'd like to get their opinion on what they think about the whites-only policy that some of the taxi firms have put into place, whereby people can phone up and just order a white taxi driver as opposed to a Muslim taxi driver.
So you wanted to do a bit of research on the ground?
Yeah, just to find out what people's feelings are on that, what they think about it, you know, as Muslims and people who are part of our community. It'd be quite interesting, I should imagine.
Well, perhaps we should get on with the job.
Let's get cracking. Hello, sir. Have you got a couple of minutes for a little interview?
What is the interview for?
Well, what we're doing is we're talking about, you know, how some of the taxi firms have said that they're going to provide white-only drivers for some people. What do you think about that?
Well, I've never heard of it, yeah.
Well, what they're doing is some people have been offered the chance to just have a white-only taxi driver because of some of the problems that's been going on within the Muslim community. What do you reckon to that?
We have no problems, so.
No problems. So you're not familiar with that one at all?
No, not at
all right, no worries. I'm just wondering whether you were or not.
No, it's been everything's been all right.
All right,
no
excellent.
problem at all.
No worries. Have you had a good day today?
Yeah, not so bad. Steady,
You're having a little apple now. Lovely. Thank you very much for your time. Okay, take care. Bye now. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions just about what's going on in the area?
I'm busy at the moment.
Oh, you're busy? All right, no worries.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, bye now. Hello, sir. You okay? Do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
What about?
Well, we're just in the area and we're just wondering what people think, such as yourself, about the fact that some taxi firms are offering white-only taxi drivers. What do you reckon to that?
White only?
Yeah. We've got some taxi firms that are saying that you know, they're offering the chance for people to have a white-only taxi driver. What do you think about that?
It's big culture, you know. Big culture.
Oh, for the culture?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people sticking with their own, do you mean?
No. People, we all in one community.
Right.
You
Do you not think it's divisive when people are asking about, you know, if they can have a white-only taxi driver?
It will divide, you know.
Yeah.
It will divide, you know. Why? It's been running Asian taxi driver been running for a long time. We've been a good community, you know. White and Asian.
But why do you think then that some taxi firms are offering white-only taxi drivers? I mean, do you think there's a reason for that?
Probably, you know.
Have we got any idea what it might be?
Maybe it's BNP, you know.
Right.
You know, something like that.
Do you think it might have anything to do with the Muslim grooming of young girls?
No, it's not. It's nonsense, you know.
Right.
You know. Every community, everywhere around the world, there's some good people, some bad people.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You know, there's some good people, some bad people.
So,
why is that?
So
America is a big country.
Oh yeah.
America is a powerful country. The bad people there.
So do you condemn that behaviour then, the grooming of young girls by Muslim paedophiles?
Well, what you mean? I didn't answer.
Do you think it's a bad thing?
It's whoever does these sort of bad things, they should suffer. They should get punishment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, who does a bad thing should be punished. You know, end of the day. Even if me, I should get punished. If somebody else, you know.
So do you think the authorities have been quite lenient on them then? You know, and let them get away with it, and perhaps they should have been a little bit tougher on them?
They should have tougher, you know.
Yeah.
I think it should be, you know, the law should be tougher. Law is softer everywhere at the moment.
So we're blaming the politicians then, aren't we?
Yes,
yeah.
I understand. I blame politicians, you know. Some law is a very silly law.
Yeah.
You know, I agree with you.
Brilliant. Well, listen, thank you very much for your time. But we point the fingers at the politicians then for having the soft laws that allow people to get away with things.
I agree. If I do something wrong, I should get punishment for that.
But some people haven't been punished, have they?
But it's the law.
Yeah. yeah.
The law is soft.
So we need to toughen the laws then, don't we?
Toughen the law, you know.
Excellent.
Why some of the law in other country, these other European country got involved with it? They have their different law.
Yeah.
You know, they're hanging. You know.
Yes.
Why they get involved with should have been not hanging?
Yeah.
Because they do bad things.
Yeah. So we need to toughen up the laws then.
Yeah, you know, you agree with me, you know, in the Middle East, some law, if something do bad,
Yeah.
they hang it, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Why they get involved with it, you know, they should not do anything, you know, bad thing, you know.
Yeah.
If I'm doing something bad, I should get punishment.
Yes, indeed. But some people aren't, are they? And that's the politicians' problem.
No, but this is it, you know, sometimes you get away with it. You
Yeah.
know, some politicians, they go backhanded.
Yes, the backhanders.
Backhanded,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
someone paper other day, I listen on news, you know, someone paper missing
Yeah,
on politician. Why is that, you know?
yeah,
If big people make a mistake, it's something going wrong, you know.
yes, indeed. So let's blame them politicians then rather than the individuals themselves, do you think?
Yeah, you know, if they're making the law, they should...
So they should enforce it.
That's right.
Excellent. Well, listen, thank you very much for your time.
Hello there.
Hello, sir.
How do you do?
We're doing a little interview. We've just been talking to the man there, and what we're doing is we're asking people what they think about, you know, some taxi firms are only giving the choice to people to have white taxi drivers. What do you think about that?
Who says that?
Well-
Anybody can drive. You don't have to be a white.
Well,
Anybody can drive.
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's a racist comment.
No. What we're saying is that some taxi firms are offering white drivers only to their customers. That's what we're saying. What do you think about that?
That's well, it doesn't affect me. Anybody can be a taxi driver. Either white, either black, either different.
Well,
if it's, meets the council standard, if the meets everything okay, everything fine, anybody can be a taxi driver.
Exactly, but what we're saying is that it's not the taxi driver, it's the firms who are saying if you're a white person you can have a white driver rather than a Muslim driver. What do you think about that?
What makes you say that to Muslim driver? Anybody can be driving taxi.
Yeah, they can.
I'm not Muslim. And myself,
yeah.
I came from Indian subcontinent.
Yeah.
I've done so many jobs. I've driven taxi in Manchester City Council as well. Because I live in Burnley, I thought myself I'll invest in here.
But what do you think? See, what's happened? We've got problems in the Muslim community, whereby people have been raping young white girls, and as a result, some firms are offering white-only taxi drivers. See, that's not good for you, is it? Because people think you are a Muslim, perhaps. If they stop and they see you.
First, to be honest, first you are British. Well, I am. Where you're living, you have to be respect the country, everything, and the law and everything. But if they are doing that, police should go further ahead and try to caught them, whoever is doing that. If the customer asks for a certain driver, oh, I want such and such person, so then is fine. But if they don't ask it, so firm sending them, I don't know. I never heard it. Anything.
You've never heard of that one?
No, something like to me new.
Have you heard of the grooming gangs and the Muslim paedophile rings and things like that?
Lots of I've
And
been hearing
does
that,
it worry you that you're because often it's reported in the media that they say an Asian gang. Now you're Asian clearly, but you're not a Muslim.
I'm not
Does that offend you that you're labelled as a potential paedophile because they use the term Asian rather than Muslim?
I know where I came from. I know what I'm doing. But if I don't do anything, it doesn't bother me. I'm just trying to,
But for the authorities will say, Asian men have been grooming children. Now, Asian is Chinese, Japanese, Thai. Asia is a big place, but it's predominantly within the Muslim community. Do you feel offended by that statement that it's Asian men, being an Asian man yourself?
Never thought myself.
You've
never thought because I don't do these things. I'm a I would say I'm a quite straight, honest person, so it doesn't bother me.
Right, no worries.
If I do anything, any crime, of course, whatever they says. But if they call me, you are a Muslim or you doing that, if I'm wrong, obviously I'll be saying, no, you excuse me, you are, you're telling me wrong.
Yes.
I've been called many times with so many dirty comments, so many things. It doesn't affect me. I know where I came from. I know what I'm doing.
And you know who you are,
yeah,
and
exactly.
you're proud of that.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah. That's excellent, isn't it? Because you've got some pride in who you are and where you come from.
That's right.
Now,
yeah.
interestingly, the British people, if we say that we're proud of where we come from, we often get called racists. Isn't that interesting? We're not supposed to have a pride in who we are and where we came from.
I do feel
and in
proud
our
myself
culture.
of being a British as well, British Indian,
Yes.
Because I've learned a lot of things from here, and I try to maintain that standard and try to respect that because I've been living here for such a long time.
Yeah.
So I've been picked up a lot of culture from here.
What do you think then about people? I mean, you're very happy about being
Yeah.
here,
Of course I am.
being in with the culture. But what do you think about the people who come here and refuse to accept our culture?
That's disgusting. Wherever you live, you should be, you should be mixed up with the things, everything. That maybe they come from jungle. That's why they don't know.
Yeah.
So you should be, wherever you are living, you should be speaking their language, meet their standard, respect the law, everything. You should be doing that.
So you disagree when people are allowed to come here and then they don't integrate, they don't...
That's totally wrong.
Yeah, and they don't want to live by our laws, they want to create their own Sharia law.
No, that is wrong.
Yes.
This is, I would say, so far.
Excellent.
But I've been feeling proud myself to being in here and living in here such a long time. And sometimes I do get called in the night time when I'm picking up drunk passengers.
Well, everybody gets called, don't they, when people are drunk?
But even it's not just a Asian taxi driver. Even if some white taxi driver, they get called same thing.
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
Because you have to, think that they are drunk.
Yeah.
And
So we forgive them, do we?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I've so many times I put a complaint in a police, and then I thought myself, no point going further. He was drunk and
Yeah. Well, listen, thank you very much for your time.
You're
It's been nice speaking to you
Same
today.
to you, sir.
And
You're welcome.
may you have lots of passengers to pick up tonight.
Finger crossed. Sunday usually quiet.
It's quite quiet, is it?
Sunday usually.
Yeah.
Burnley is a quiet place in
Yeah.
all around the country. What are you going to say to them now?
I don't know, what did he say? I didn't hear him, I just heard a noise.
I heard what he says.
Well,
Right, thanks very
perhaps
much.
we shouldn't repeat it.
No.
All right, well, listen, thank you very much for your
But
time.
You should ignoring people who are living in here, don't working, try to beat everything, who are working, paying the tax, and digit person. They are running the country. So
Yes, they are.
taxpayer,
They are
taxpayer.
indeed. Yeah. And they have something to offer, and they're not trying to change things, and they're fitting in with the way of life and trying their best to get along.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks very much. Nice
Well,
to-
thank you very much. You take care.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye now.
Well,
Hello, sir. You all right? Do you mind us asking you a couple of questions about a few things? I've been a taxi driver and been out and about in Burnley. Well, what we're interested in is basically, I don't know if you're aware, but some taxi firms are offering like a white-only driver as opposed to an Asian driver. What do you reckon to that?
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of that, have you not?
No.
Right.
We're all self-employed here.
Right.
We're all on the one cab,
So you
that
don't.
doesn't arise in the hackney carriage business.
Right. Okay. I was just asking some of the guys back over there about it, and seeing what they thought about it. And it's just something that's been happening recently, whereby people have been offered the chance to have a white taxi driver as opposed to like a Muslim one, just in case of for safety reasons? You've never come across that?
No, well, as I said, I work for myself, so...
Right, all right, no worries. Right, well, thank you very much for your time then. Have a nice day, and I hope you pick up some more people. Hello, sir. Just a quickie. Do you mind me if I ask you a few questions?
I'm just going on a job.
Oh, are you? Sorry. I'll let you get on then.
All right.
Thank you very much for your time. Ta-ra now. Hello, sir. You okay?
Yeah.
We're just asking people a few questions. We've been talking to that gentleman there.
All right.
And what we're doing is we're just wondering what people's feeling is about some firms offering taxis with white-only drivers. What do you reckon to that?
Which firm's offering white-only drivers?
Well, we've heard that there's firms around this area offering white-only drivers rather than offering...
Not that I've heard of, mate.
No, not in Burnley.
Not in Burnley,
No,
no.
but there's other places like Bolton and places like
I
that.
don't know, pal, I don't know, but it's very bad.
It's very bad.
It is very bad.
In what respect? Well,
Well, colour discrimination, innit? What do you reckon?
well, I'm just wondering why they might want to do that. Have you any idea?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because at the end of the day, there's not many you white guys in the street anyway.
No, there aren't. There aren't.
There isn't, no.
But why do you think somebody would want to have a white taxi driver rather than an Asian one?
I really don't know, mate. It's how come people do that thing, innit? Or whoever it is, you know?
So do you think it might have anything to do with the grooming gangs or anything like that?
Well, I really don't know, pal. I won't want to put it down that path, you know what I mean? But
No.
if it is, then there's big problems.
It's big problems.
Big problems, yeah.
For the taxi drivers?
Oh, yeah, for the taxi drivers, for the public, yeah.
Aye.
Oh, aye.
So do you think, like, I mean, if someone is, if they're asking for a white taxi driver as opposed to a Muslim one,
Yeah.
you know, then that's obviously...
That's their choice, innit?
Yeah.
That's really their choice, innit?
Yeah, but do you think that should happen? Do you think they should be given the choice?
No, it shouldn't be given a choice. It's just first come, first served basis, you know what I mean?
Right.
Five Asian guys working for a firm where it's 50 white people, they're going to get the fed, the Asians will just be sitting there.
Aye. Aye, fair dues.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It should be first come, first served.
But what if you phone up and you say for example, you'd heard on the radio or on the telly or something about Muslim grooming gangs,
Yeah.
and like if somebody said, well, I don't want a Muslim driver, I'd prefer to have a white one. What do you think about that?
Well, then there's customer's choice, innit?
Right, so you think it's down to choice. Does that not offend you then?
No, it won't offend.
Cool. It's all right. Just wondering whether it did or not.
No, it's cool, mate, it's cool.
It's all right. Brilliant. All right. Well, listen, we'll let you get on with the rest of your day, and thank you very much for your time. Take care. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Walker, I've seen you talking to quite a few taxi drivers. What kind of response have you received?
It's been very good, actually, Tony. I've spoke to about 5 there or thereabouts, and I've been asking them various questions about what they think about, you know, certain firms offering white-only taxi drivers and various other different things. Been talking about the communities, and you know, it's been quite interesting, really.
Do you think that their views were a million miles from actual British National Party views?
No, I don't actually, because what we've got is, I mean, one of the guys I was talking to is a Hindu, and I said, you know, are you a bit worried that you get mistaken for a Muslim sometimes? And he says, well, not really. Saying about how people should come here, live by our customs and traditions, try to integrate and pay their taxes, and I couldn't have agreed more with him, actually.
Well, that's a very BNP message, really.
Indeed it is.
So
yeah.
it's been an interesting afternoon.
It
all
has
in all.
indeed, yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you for the viewers for watching.